Hello, perhaps good evening if you've clicked on this video. This is a bedtime routine yoga class. Oh yes, my name is Crystal. This is YogaTX. Welcome. I've got a really short bedtime stretching sequence for you. So not necessarily we'll just hold things for maybe a minute or so not super long. I know when I want to get to bed, I sometimes have to make the decision of stretching would probably help me sleep more, but I don't want to do anything for super long. So I'm going to keep it short. If you have a pillow or something nearby, feel free to grab that. You might use it at some point. You also don't need it. Let's start in puppy pose. So actually start in tabletop and I'll walk you through puppy pose. Make sure your hips stay stacked over your knees and then walk your hands forward. Melt your heart towards the earth. Forehead comes towards the mat. Now for some of us, this can be a lot in the armpits and in the shoulders. If that's the case, you can walk your elbows underneath your shoulders more, stack your hands, and rest your forehead on your hands. This does not have to be a super sensation-seeking stretch. Just let your head rest below your heart here. Now let's take 3 deep breaths. Use the end of your third exhale to slide yourself forward onto your belly. Ooh. We'll come into Sphinx pose. So release the tops of your feet to the earth. And then make sure elbows are under shoulders. Spread your fingers wide. Traction your elbows back toward your toes. Imagine you can pull your heart through your arms. Maybe look up a little bit. And then take some neck circles, release that traction, tuck chin to chest, roll ear to shoulder. Right, now I've got kind of a funky one. If you have a block, feel free to grab it. You don't necessarily need it, but if you want to try something, place the block kind of under where your forehead would land if you lowered your head down right now. Now from here, flip your right palm to face up. I'll move my block so you can see it. And then slide your right hand over to the left side of your space. Tuck your fingers behind your left elbow. Flip your left palm up, slide it over to the right. I'm gonna replace my block. And now slide your hands away from each other. And so the farther away your hands move from each other, the more you'll feel your shoulder blades pull apart. If you have a block, you'll rest your forehead on that block. If you don't have a block or just don't want to use it, you can rest your chin wherever it naturally lands. So somewhere kind of on your top bicep of your left arm. Right, from here, keep your arms the same for now. Bend your left knee, slide it out to the left so it's in line with your hip. And then you'll unthread your top left arm. Reach up to the ceiling with your left hand. So many things. And then we're gonna spin open to a supine twist. So use your bottom right elbow to roll onto your back essentially. Your bent knee does not have to stay grounded. I move too many things. Move your cat out of the way. That's what I normally have to do at this point. Arms can tee your cactus here. Maybe take your chin towards your left shoulder to increase the twist. Take your left hand back up and over to meet the right. We'll come back on to our bellies. Take your time. Ooh, we'll meet back in our Sphinx pose, elbows underneath shoulders. And then if you had a block and used it or want to use it for the second side, replace it so it would land wherever your forehead naturally lowers down to. Otherwise, out of the way. Flip your left palm up, bring your left fingertips behind the right elbow. Flip your right palm up, send your right hand over to the left, slide your hands apart. Again, forehead to block or chin on your top right arm bicep or wherever it naturally lands. And then from here, bend your right knee. Slide your knee out to the side so it's in line with your hip. Unthread your top right arm. Reach fingertips up to the ceiling and press into your left elbow to help rotate your heart to face up. Arms can tee out, take up all the space. And remember, your bent knee does not have to stay grounded, but if it's a little bit uncomfortable, you can place a block or a pillow, a bolster underneath your inner right knee or shin. Maybe take your chin towards your right shoulder. A little more twist through the spine. From here, we'll move on to our backs. Take your left knee up toward your right knee up towards the ceiling, or whichever knee is bent. And then recenter yourself onto your mat or whatever the center of your space you're working with is. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a little rock side to side. Massage out your spine. And then roll yourself up to a seat. You can also roll to one side. Use your hands to press yourself up. Let's get a little bit more into the lower body and side body. So we'll find a straddle position here. It's okay if your straddle isn't super wide. You can also have a bit of a bend in your knees here. We'll just take a side bend. Now, if you have a bolster or a pillow, bolster is just really like a really firm pillow, you can place it onto the side you're going to lean towards. So this is my right side. I'm going to bend my right elbow and rest my right side of head in my right hand. If you want a little bit more, you can drape your left arm over the top of your head. And if you want a little bit more activation, you can interlace your hands behind your skull and then draw your left elbow back in space more. Now again, this is a little bit less of a melting sensation. You'll definitely feel this in your left shoulder. So you can always opt and decide that this is not for you. Rest your left hand somewhere on your body. And then we'll switch sides. Take your bolster or your pillow on top of your left leg. Left elbow onto bolster, left ear into left hand. If you don't have a bolster, don't want to use it, you can take your left fingertips to the earth and just use your arm for support. But today, in this moment, I want to feel cozy, so I'm going to use the bolster. Option to drape your right arm overhead. Maybe interlace fingers for a little more activation. Draw your right elbow back in space. I don't feel like doing that. Use your left arm to press yourself up. And then bring the soles of your feet to touch in front of you. Knees come wide. We'll take one more fold here. Bring your hands around your ankles. Inhale, pull your heart forward, maybe lift your gaze. And exhale, drape your torso over your feet, your thighs. Let your head be heavy. If you want some support, you can rest your elbows on the earth, maybe forehead into fingertips. Option to give your skull or just your temples, your jaw, a massage with your fingertips. That can sometimes feel nice right before bed. Or any time of day, really. I'm all about the massage, even if I have to do it myself. And that's the end of our pose practice. You are welcome to close the screen and crawl into bed, or if you want to close out practice with me, we'll meet in a seat. Circle sweep your arms up overhead, bring your palms to touch. Exhale, draw your thumbs to your heart space. And one more breath. Fill up your lungs, breathe into your hands, inhale. Extra sip at the top. Sigh it out. Right, thank you so much for showing up and doing yoga with me today, even for such a short amount of time. I really love teaching. I love when I'm able to share any sort of knowledge or weird stretch or relaxing stretch with any students. So I really appreciate you being here. If you like what we're doing, please like and subscribe to our page, YogaTX. If you want to follow me, you can find me on Instagram. My handle is at its_Crystal, CRYST, 5 A's and an L. Namaste, yogis, and good night.